Airport. Thank you. Shouldn't this stuff be coming on? As soon as the avionics start. Oh, really? Okay. So I'll do my oil pressure. Oil pressure green. Everything is good. Need avionics.
Then you can turn your taxi light on. Nice. Work your way over, touch everything. Clean this out. Flaps come up. Trim for set for takeoff. Close both. 1200 ALT mode. Let me turn on my noise canceling. Oh, yep. I have a student that keeps forgetting to turn that on, and he starts missing a bunch of calls, and I'm like, is your thing on? Okay, on squawk, we'll get some frequency set. We want, let's do the databases are current until February 25th, or 21st. What is that? Yeah, the 25th of February 2021. So it's an obstacle database and taxi. Is not really an issue. The main thing is the nav database. Okay, that's the one that we need updated for IFR anyway. Okay. Then half left. Just as the engine warms up, it'll heat up as well. So just try to keep it under 1,000. Half left. Half up. Out. We'll get a couple of frequencies down. We'll get 1822. New map mode. And we'll get probably 5.7 for runway 28 right is what we're expecting. We'll get air to air ready to go. 122.75.
Terrain system test. Okay.
We'll get Ramona ATIS ready to go. 132.025. How do I get that? Aha. Pull. There it is. Okay. I think we're all set there. I was back in. Started. Make sure it's required. Fuel harness flaps up. Defrost. Avionics are on. ATIS altimeter. We need to set 304. Like that. Transponder, we checked. ADSB, radio test. Haven't heard anything on the radio. So you can push to squelch. Okay. It is working. Got it. Taxi lights on, brakes. I'll test mine. Test yours? Sure, my controls. My controls. Cool, they feel good. My controls, I'll call ground. Sometimes when the airplane is being stubborn, I'll put some aft pressure in to get the weight off the nose, and it helps you roll forward. Okay.
Montgomery ground, Cessna 5150 Delta, executive, eastbound, Yankee.
Cessna 5150 Delta, Montgomery ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Juliet Hotel and Alpha.
28 right, Juliet Hotel Alpha, 50 Delta.
Cessna 50 Delta, tower frequency is still combined on 119.2.
19.
50 Delta.
Montgomery ground, Vision Jet 661 Charlie Victor, pre-followed on a tech route to Camarillo.
Vision Jet 661 Charlie Victor, Montgomery ground, clear to the Camarillo Airport. On departure, fly runway heading. Vector.
So, on your check ride, you're going to want to call when you're not moving. You're going to want to adjust the frequencies when you're not moving. Okay. So that way you can, one, write down your taxi clearance. Okay. So as they're saying it, write it down, read it back, and then start moving. If they give you 20, or they say it's 19.2, then just do it in the run-up.
Runway heading, radar vectors Gwyn, Padres, seaward to balance of the San Diego.
Just like on your check ride, if you feel like you're able to, do stuff while you're taxiing and stuff like later on, for sure.
9.6.
Swinging freely, less than 5 degrees into the turn, follow the outside.
Thanks, and I'm sorry, just
Right on the center line too, nice.
After the Gwynn intersection, it's a seaward to departure and then Padres, and rest of you back right.
Okay, after Gwynn, seaward to departure, and then the rest of the San Diego.
Yeah, when
3-2 Romeo.
on a check ride, the name of the game is like thoroughness and proper protocol rather than speed. Slow is smooth. Yeah, smooth is fast. There's a lot of practicality to it as well. Like there's a way to fly on a check ride, and then there's a way to fly in real life. Yeah, there is a lot of bleed in between the two. Yeah.
With Yankee, request taxi for
so
West
it does make a lot of sense to just like do stuff when you're not moving the aircraft. Makes sense, yeah.
Runway 12 left, via Golf Hotel Bravo to 6 November.
Now when you do it every day and you've done it a couple thousand times, you can start plugging in frequency and maintain center line. But just in the beginning, try to do it slow and smooth, right? Your like multi-thousand-hour habits are rubbing off on me, though. I'm sorry. I see you moving and doing stuff fast. I was like, I want to do that. I'm sorry, dude. I know. I need to lead by example more. No, that's all right. I can separate in mind what's good for saving times for the sake of today's lesson versus what's best practice for future. Crazy, no like weather warnings, no like crazy run up traffic jam. Yeah, and no body, huh? No weather, no body. Yeah, crazy. Kind of nice. 10 o'clock. I think we missed the 9 a.m. rush. Okay. Like it. Yeah.
Montgomery ground, Vision Jet 661 Charlie Victor's on Gulf 2 with information Yankee ready to taxi 28 right.
Vision Jet 661 Charlie Victor, Montgomery ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Golf Hotel and Alpha.
I want a Vision Jet.
Golf Hotel and Alpha.
That's the one that we always drive by, maybe, or similar? The Vision Jet, yeah, it's like the Cirrus with the turbine on top.
125.7 for runway 28 right.
We'll probably see.
25.7, thank
Alright,
you, sir.
run up time.
510 Delta Charlie.
We checked.
Frequency now 125.7.
50 Delta, thank you.
125. Nice catch. I changed all the way to 119.2 for no reason. What a bummer. Alright. Tested the instruments. Alright, brake set, fuels, both. Trim set for takeoff. Yes. Flight controls. Pretty correct. I always lose. Instruments. Reading 0, no red X's. Set that. Looks good. No red X's or anything. We'll set our heading bug to 284. We'll set our altitude bug to 3,500 for our eastbound. Sounds good to me. Oh, don't adjust the altimeter though. After I had it perfectly set. Press the button. Button first. Roll over. Altitude 3,500. Set. Okay. Mixture full rich. Primers in and locked. 1,700 RPM. Good. Oh, that's off. Oh no. Okay. So if you turn it all the way off, it could I'm glad you did it so quickly. It could oversaturate the max. Go back to both. Okay, cool. You're good. Okay. That's slippier. Like it was looser than I thought. 1,700 back to the left. Less than 125 drop. Back to both. Carb heat. Working. Vacuum is in the green, although it's not even used, right? Or it's just as a backup for this guy. That's pretty much all this. That's all this is, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Amps and volts. Looks okay. 28. Oil pressure, oil temperature, both green. Yep. And we'll go Idle, here's that vision jet. Make sure a little bit.
This thing is so sick.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. Okay. Throttle friction. Good. Alright, so briefing, we got our radio frequencies set. I'll do a little flight plan. So we'll go.
I was just trying to do the math. I think you can get to LA, or sorry, New York City from here in 8 hours.
Okay.
I was just trying, I thought it was faster, and so that's why
That's
I'm
not
like,
very fast.
not very fast. 300 knots.
Okay.
I thought that was one of the boasting advertisement. I think that's for something else, though. I think I'm thinking of a Learjet.
Okay.
So pretty cool, though. 300 knots. Triple what we go.
That's pretty cool.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, cool. I'm distracted by the. So I add KMYF is already added, or do I need to tap it?
It's already there, yeah.
Okay. Visual point, San Diego, Cowles Mountain. Visual point, Diego, Lake Jennings. I'll just leave it at that for now.
Sure.
We're gonna kind of go over Lake Jennings, then do maneuvers.
Yep.
Back map. Yep. All right, flaps are up. Make sure it'll be lights, camera, action, transponders on squawk. I'll get the little timer ready to go. Heading bug set, doors and windows latched. Okay. Ready to go. I'm going to switch over to power.
Montgomery Towers, SF515 Delta, holding short 28 right, eastbound.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Did you do the abort plan?
Cessna 5150 Delta, Montgomery Tower, make a right down departure, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, right downwind, 50 Delta.
All right. Yeah, if we have issues and there's runway remaining, we'll put it back down the runway, or if we don't make the 2280.
You're good.
1 Charlie Victor.
That's all right, just next time. You're fine.
Okay.
Just focus on your lights, camera, action.
661 Charlie Victor.
Lights, camera,
And
action timer.
rotate. Make sure you look this way.
Clear final.
Cool.
Right downwind departure. What should I have said to him? Just clear for takeoff to it right. I just thought that's it.
Yeah, I like the reconfirming the right downwind thing.
28
Turn
right,
this up a
clear
little bit.
to 05 Bravo Mike.
Alright, full throttle. Crosswind correction. Airspeed's alive, gauges are green. There's 50, there's 55, let out the crosswind.
So you don't want to let it all out. You just want to slowly take it out over time. You kind of left it in for a while, and then at the very end you took it out, so just a slow amount through the rotation.
Alright, 73 knots.
You can go and turn.
And whoa. That's 1300. A little overbanked. I keep trying not to let it bank so much. Alright, there's 1,000 feet. Climb checklist. I'll do landing light off. Strobe stays on. Mixture, instruments, power. Climb checklist complete.
Nice. It's worth a glance at your checklist too, just to make sure your examiners got the warm and fuzzies. Power,
Airspeed's good. Power, mixture, instruments, taxi, landing light, both off. Flight plan open.
And you can like X any of the flight plan thing and
Not say it?
yeah, you don't have to say
Okay.
it.
Alright, heading right towards Kells Mountain there. $73 knots still. Oh, there's 2,000 feet. Climbing 3,500. The engine temperatures look okay. 3,200, no, 2,200, climbing 3,500. Climbing 3,500.
Our police one, we're all done. Like to Crosswind, field at 1,000, departs to the south.
Is this super quiet for you?
Yeah.
Police 1, Montgomery Tower,
That
2,
guy's loud,
speed direct door.
Helicopter was
Field
quiet.
1,000. And southbound of Earth, numbers are 123, clear for takeoff.
Police Roger, we'll just go direct southbound.
2,700. There's 3,000, I'll lean the mixture a little bit. Number 3's right at the little line, I'll stop there.
Dr. 5 Bravo Mike, runway 2 direct, clear touch and go.
28 right, clear touch and go, 5 Bravo Mike.
3,200.
Police 1 for exchange approved.
Police one, thanks.
$3,400. Oh, pitch. Power down.
I just wanted to let it accelerate a little bit since we're
Yeah.
only doing 80 knots because you reduced it so quickly. And so just leave it here and don't change it, but next time leave the power full throttle for a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's going to take a bit for it to accelerate. And you'll want to go at about 2,300 for normal cruise. As you add the power, watch the nose rise.
Yep.
And you can start working out trim. Just realize your job won't be done until that's at 0, that's where you want it to be, and that's not moving.
Right.
You're still climbing. This says push harder. This says you're just letting it get out of hand. Don't just stop it from getting worse, work to fix it.
Yep.
Okay, so in this instance, I'd go ahead and take out some trim, reduce the throttle, lower the nose. Don't bust. Right? Don't just stop it from getting worse, fix it. That's why you want to let it accelerate so you don't play this game like, okay, it's getting faster and faster and faster, developing more lift and lift, and then I can't handle it. And now you trim. So hold that thing there, and then just kind of work in the trim. I feel like the nose is going to start falling, but I could be wrong.
I was feeling the same thing.
Cool. Now just don't fixate on anything. Make sure you come back to this periodically, come back to that periodically. Look at your nose for the most part. Here's Kells Mountain.
Cool. Switch over to ground, air to air, I mean.
Northeast, white light support. Just south of Lake Henshaw, heading 130, San Diego Northeast at 6,600.
We don't want to stay in this heading. We want to...
Right. San Diego East, White Cessna 50 Delta, Collins Mountain, 3,500, eastbound towards Lake Jennings, San Diego East.
San Diego Coast, White Cherokee, 3,500 feet, 1 mile offshore, Torrey Pine Golf Course, heading north, San Diego Coaster.
See any other planes out here?
San Diego East, White Cessna, 3 miles north of Lake Wolford at 2,500 feet.
Okay. Now I want to set up that, if we look here by Lake Jennings, there's that Bravo line. It says OCN 117. I want to use the VOR to help us identify when we're crossing that line. And so let's use nav 1 for instance. And so go ahead and hit this button in. It's going to see some nav frequencies here. We want to put in Oceanside. The Oceanside's frequency, if we zoom out and we go to Oceanside, the frequency is over there in the bottom left. So go ahead and dial in the frequency right here. 115.3, yep. And then swap. And then this GPS is super cool in that it's going to digitally ID it for us, so all we have to do is wait for it to pop up in white OCN here in the top right. That's IDing the VOR. The old school method was to literally 500 feet below us, 11 o'clock, 2 miles, 10 o'clock, probably passing right beneath us here any second. Feet below us. To our left somewhere. There he is. Oh yeah. Beat me this time. Okay. And then, so press that in again and you'll see that OCN is probably populated. That means we've ID'd the VOR. Okay. Now let's work to tune in that 117 radial. Hit that button in, nav 1, nav 1. Turn it over to course, the green, press the button in on it, and twist over to 117. You went the long way. It's okay. Now you're going the even longer way.
Oh, well, shouldn't have said anything.
I'm sorry.
117.
117, cool. Now, if we look at this, it's saying it's like we want to be on... This CDI thing that moves from the left to the right is showing us where that radial is, okay? And then, so it's saying that that radial is to the northeast of us. And then we are to the, essentially the southwest of it. So what heading would we need to fly to maybe go right towards it? Some type of northeasterly heading. Now as we get close to it, that CDI, it's pretty much this thing represents that blue line, right? And we're getting closer and closer to it. If I wanted to maybe do this on the second VOR, the old school way. San Luis Blue White says a 50 Delta, just south Lakeside Golf Course, 3,500 eastbound San Luis. If I want to do that the old school way, I can hit nav 2 here, 115.3, same frequency. I hit this button and I pull the ID. I'm going to start hearing that Morse code, right? You want to make sure it's right. Morse code kind of sounds pretty similar. And then I can take this and I'll twist this thing to 117. 117. Okay, and it's going to represent the same information. It's probably going to say we're pretty close to crossing it. It's still to the northeast of us, the Bravo line, and we're about to cross over the top. And so we're going to watch all three representations to show us that we're clearing the Bravo, and then that it's okay for us to climb to 5,500. And so here it's saying we're coming right over the top of it, right? Here, same thing, we're coming right over the top of it, and then same thing with this. Now the GPS is more accurate than the VORs, and so now we're across it, and these just aren't quite representing that.
So which one's more accurate?
The GPS, of course, yeah. It's like a bicycle spoke. You know, as the spoke gets further and further away from the center, the distance between the two spokes increases.
Right. Yeah.
And so it starts to become more ambiguous on where your actual position is.
Okay.
The further out you get from
Gotcha. So should I head along the 8 there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Try the guy there, yep. So we're clear to climb to 5,500?
I'd say so.
Yep.
Northeast, White Chester 346 Charlie Fox, 3,500. Up to Lake
What are we, like, I was going to make a call.
Well, we know we just passed the Bravo line, and also our GPS says that we're at the waypoint that we plugged in.
Lake Jennings?
Lake Jennings.
Same at Lake Jennings?
3,700 climbing 5,500 eastbound to Viejas Valley.
San Diego East, White Cessna 50 Delta, Lake Jennings, 3,700 climbing 5,500 eastbound. San Diego East.
What was the last part you said? I missed.
Eastbound to Viejas Valley.
Okay.
If there's a bunch of people out east, you want to tell them like where you're trying to go to maneuver, so they
Echo is 1 mile west of state, eastbound along the 8 freeway.
so they can be like
San Diego East right there.
be like.
I didn't hear where that guy is.
He's, I think he's San Diego State.
Okay.
Eastbound along the 8. And so, yeah, if there's like a dude over Alpine, you want to let him know that you're eastbound, but you're not going to go run into him and get in his way. You're going to Viejas.
Right, okay.
And if there's someone over Alpine, you can be like, looking for that Alpine traffic, we're eastbound at Viejas Valley. And that way that person over Alpine is just like, oh, okay, cool, this guy's listening to the radios. He's not going to just like cross over my maneuver path.
Right.
Coast traffic 22 Delta is 4,000 to 7,500.
So if you were to like, if we were to lose our engine at this very moment, and maybe we could make Gillespie.
That's why this glide advisor thing is nice.
Oh, nice.
We wouldn't be able to.
We would not be able to. Like, say we were able to make it, and we identified that as the best spot to land. Like, do you bother with 121.5 in that situation, or do you just go straight to the tower?
So the book says go to 120 or 121.5. I, memorizing Gillespie's frequency of 120.7, would swap over to that. Hey Gillespie, I'm having an engine failure. I need to come into land.
Traffic, White Cherokee, 2 miles west.
I think that's the more practical thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So why is I guess the book is just like, don't dilly-dally with other options, just like default to 121.5?
Yeah, this decreases your workload by quite a bit just by holding that down. Oh, we're not even on. Okay, cool. You're good.
Yeah, we got him here.
Yeah, if you have the time, I would definitely switch to Gillespie. In a real-world environment, if I'm losing an engine...
like if I don't have it memorized, like should I just go 121.5?
What? I mean, you can scroll over.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, do I take the time to look it up, or do I just go
Depends on your saturation.
5,000 feet, climbing...
You know, above all, fly the plane, work on getting it actually to Gillespie, and then worry about getting people out of your way.
Okay.
Because Gillespie has like radar, so they can see, and since you have this mode C transponder and even ADS-B, they can see where you are and what altitude you're at. Okay, unless you've had just a complete failure of everything, then they're going to know you're coming. They're going to try to get in contact with you, and if maybe you're squawking 7700, right, they're going to know that you're having an emergency, and they're going to clear people out of your way for you.
Right.
And so you can make communicating the least of your worries and just follow the golden rule. Aviate, navigate, communicate. Since we have these redundancies that we drill and practice.
Right.
7700, 121.5. The 7700 kind of takes care of a lot of that.
Okay. 5,500, a little short of it. So glad I'm filming this because I was ignoring the last couple sentences you said.
It's okay.
I wanted to get this 5,500 level off.
I figured that's why I stopped talking.
No, but it's good when we're filming. Talk away because I'll listen to it all later. 2,300 or so. Climbing again. Don't just stop it from getting worse. Fix it. Go down. Go down. Going pretty fast.
2370 is why. You can go bring it down to like 2200. Reduction of throttle. No smell.
Temecula County, White Cessna at...
That's
San Diego East Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, just north of Alpine, 5,500. We're over the 8 eastbound maneuver, San Diego East.
Alright, let me just trim.
San Diego East, got blue RV around 4,500, or just north of Monotera Strip, heading southbound.
Morning, San Diego East traffic, coming up to 7510.
Alright, so Viejas Valley, Alpine Dirt Patch,
300 feet,
next place.
southeastbound for Otay Reservoir.
Okay, got it. Right under you. Loveland Reservoir. Alright.
La Jolla Cove.
Perfect. And I'm pretty... Yeah, you're dialed. Okay, cool.
I don't think there's anyone in their area, okay, and so normally I'd want to do clearing turns, but we cleared the area by making a radio call, at least I did. Go ahead and jam out some slow flight. Alright, same heading, same altitude.
Okay. So, carb heat. Reduce throttle. 1 the nose fall.
Temecula County, White Cessna.
Flaps 10.
Touch the throttle, go to the next one. Touch the throttle, go to the next one.
Flaps 30.
50 knots.
For my window. Knots, add some power. Nose down.
So you got to 37 knots there.
Wow.
Lower your nose. Surprised we didn't stall. Trim. Trim, trim, trim.
Right foot.
San Diego Coastal
Vision of attention.
Wind and sea,
Climbing. I busted my 100 foot.
1,000 feet, headed back to Montgomery.
Go ahead and recover.
Coastal Pier, last call, San Diego Coastal.
Try to even descend a little bit in your recovery.
510 Echo is going south along the
Make sure you get all your flaps out by the white arc.
Got the police helicopter in sight. Our altitude is 1,000 feet, San Diego East traffic.
San Diego East, White Skyhawk, over Lake Hodges.
Reduce the throttle, pitch power, lower the nose, because the nose is high, you're going to start climbing soon. Pitch power, pause. Okay, let's do it again. You're trimming nose up when you're a little bit high, so maybe just let the nose come down, okay, before trimming. So it's pretty close. Go ahead, heading 075 or whatever you want, 075, 080. Go ahead and still bumping. Sorry. You're good. Okay. Try it again. Okay. One after another. Okay, Carby, this is fun. Don't let that nose fall. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10. My goodness.
Again.
Flaps 20.
Nose is too high, too fast. Again.
Flaps 30.
You're letting that nose kind of skyrocket. Lower your nose.
Jeez, man, I'm so bad at this.
No, it's okay. It's bumpy.
Man,
use your feet. Lock those pedals in place. Okay? It'll prevent you from getting beat up. Prioritize right foot a little bit.
Yep.
But just too much power.
Goodness.
It is really bumpy right now. This isn't your fault. You caught a pretty good updraft. Okay, go ahead and recover.
Carby.
Normally I'd want to do turns, but it's just pretty tough.
Helicopters working offshore between songs.
Flaps up before you leave the white arc. Go ahead and just establish a climb. Nose at the horizon. Cool. Keep climbing and let's turn around. Flip a Yui and we'll climb to 6,500.
4,500, Vista climbing 6,500, heading to Blackington for hold, heading northeast.
That's 6,500?
Yeah. Okay. See if a higher altitude will give us a little bit more forgiveness from the surface friction of the wind.
Over Sweetwater Reservoir, we're at 800.
Generally within 2,000 feet of the surface is when you'll see probably the most mechanical turbulence.
Yeah, these
back for you.
hills seem to move the air a lot.
Definitely. San Diego East, Blue White Cessna 50 Delta via Haas Valley, 6,000 climbing 6,500, maneuvering San Diego East.
Ayo.
San Diego East Atlas 23, flight for off Ramona, northwest bound 2,400 towards Lake Wolford, San Diego East.
San Diego East 686 Charlie.
Got him.
So we're just over Lake Wolford at 3,500, doing turns around a point. We'll keep it out for you. We're going to stay at 35.
And Atlas 32, 2-3 copies all. We'll stay
6,200.
We'll come southbound.
We're trying to climb. We're a VY. We're only getting 200 feet per minute. Just we're in a little bit of a downdraft right now, I think. Okay, that probably will go away, and then we'll get like a nice feet per minute climb here in a second. Yeah, we're like 500 now.
San Diego Northeast 71535 November 6500 west.
6,400
maneuvering
coming up.
northeast bound. San Diego Northeast.
San Diego Coastal, White Cherokee 3,500 feet over Lake Hodges, maneuvering San Diego Coastal traffic.
If you're already at your, let's do 2100 RPM and go into steep turns. So chop that throttle because we're already at 8590. 2100. I think that'll hold us there. Go ahead and trim for that speed. And then let's face maybe San Miguel. Got the pointy peak over there, and we'll do some steep turns on that thing. So you're going to turn, hold your altitude, and then set your heading bug when you roll out there.
San Diego Northeast, Blue and White Cessna, 5447 Lima is over Vista at 3,500, heading towards Bonsall, climbing to 4,500, San Diego Northeast.
Sends a lot.
San Diego Northeast.
Go ahead and add some power, start climbing.
6,000, climbing 6,500, heading to Blockington for a hold at Deagle, San Diego Northeast. We'll stay north for you.
San Diego East, Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, just south of Viejas Mountain, 6,500 steep turn, San Diego East.
I think 2150 in this airplane might hold you there. Okay, go and press and hold your heading.
20.
And when you're ready, go ahead and jam into some steep turns.
Alright, here we go.
Nose is a little low. Nose is a little high.
Yep.
San Diego East, Atlas 23.
Hold it there, it's going to take some back pressure right here.
Northbound 2,500, San Diego East.
More bank because you're climbing. Nose is pretty high.
San Diego East, White Cessna, over El Capitan Reservoir at 7,500 eastbound.
That's your sight picture right there. That's great.
Coast traffic, white green Cessna, 3,500.
Nose is falling a little bit. You caught it.
Lagoon headed south.
Bank is good. That's good. Sight picture's really good. Just be super still. This is great. Solid. Solid. Nose came up a little bit. You might.
There it is. Oh, the wrong mountain.
Don't lose your sight picture as you're coming out.
Overshot it a little bit.
Your power's good already. Gotta wait for your speed again, and then you should be able to let go. You're about 20 RPM higher than you started, but that's alright. Cool. Nice job, dude. Those are good. Cool. Let's do a power off stall.
Okay. Carb heat.
Let's also flip a UE.
Okay. I'll do that first.
That's fine. Just because we're getting close to the Bravo, Loveland Reservoirs right there.
Okay. Yeah, right.
San Diego East, Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, Alpine Dirt Patch 6,500 maneuvering, San Diego East.
San Diego Northeast, Cessna 6745 Papa, 6,500 holding east of Deagle, over Blackton, San Diego Northeast.
Kind of head towards Viejas there?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, power off stall. Alone. Alright, I'm going to go carb heat. I'm going to reduce my throttle. Let the nose fall.
White Cessna over Thermal.
I'm going to go flaps 10.
3,500 feet. Steep turn, coastal traffic.
Go flaps 20.
San Diego Northeast, Seminole 5354 November, 6,500 north of Blackington, steep turn, San Diego Northeast.
Coastal traffic, White Cherokee, 2 miles north, down the right track, 3,400 feet, heading north, and the coastal traffic.
Ballhorn.
San Diego Northeast, Blue and White Cessna, 47 Lima is 4,500.
All the way up to 20 degrees of flaps.
Doing a steep turn, San Diego Northeast.
Did I not make it there?
Yeah, it's still about 25. You gotta look at the little metal thingy.
A little too slow. 59,
because you're
clear of
flaps.
obstacles, positive rate, flaps 10. We're going so slow, 59, there's 59.
Keep the nose down until you're above 60, you know?
Yeah.
You got above 60, I think, for a moment, and then the flaps and the rapid pitch up. Maintain pretty much your same heading the entire time. The stall was really good, it just didn't quite go to a full brake. You kind of just waited until the airplane, like, should have stalled.
Okay, so I should have been more patient with it?
Just been a little more patient with the full aft pressure, yeah. Okay. But that's fine. Go ahead and just keep pitching up for a power on stall.
Okay. Keep pitching up.
Nice and slow.
Echo 7615 southbound 15 3000.
The horn and the buffet.
A little bit of right foot there. Excellent, dude. Get above 60. We are. Go ahead and start a climb. Bring that nose up. Up, 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 up. 2 fingers above the horizon. Right there. Hold it. Once the stall breaks, the heading doesn't matter anymore. So just recover.
Okay.
You want to hold it during the stall, but then it breaks. Just worry about getting the airplane straight again.
Want me to level off?
Yeah, go ahead and level off at, let's do right here is fine. Yep.
Yeah, I snuck in a little aileron on accident at the very end, but
once you have above 60 knots, the airplane's flying again, you're welcome to use ailerons again.
I think I did it before that.
Through the stall, I noticed, like, as it was braking, you were doing a good job, and it was, like, still stalled, and we were buffeting.
Yeah.
You were just pushing straight forward, not really using ailerons. It was good.
I felt like I had a good feel for rudder use on that one.
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Just lost your engine.
Okay. I will pitch for best glide.
San Diego coastal traffic, White Cherokee 3,500 feet, 2 miles north, Delma racetrack, heading
Lead off
south
little speed,
to
get to 69.
San Diego coastal traffic.
69, 65. There it is. Alright, best place to land. We're right above it. Viejas Valley. So I'll start circling.
Where's the wind coming from?
It was this way.
Let's say it's coming from the west. So we want to land this way.
Okay. I think earlier we were saying it was coming from the east, right?
Yeah, the last runway we took off from was westerly.
Okay.
Let's assume it's west.
Okay, so we'll land this way.
We'll land this way.
So I'll turn and start circling over this field here. A little slow, but that's okay, because I want to be at or below best glide, not above it. Alright, I'll start trying to...
And just very light circles, like you don't have to go to a crazy bank, otherwise we pull G's, the airplane weighs more, and we descend faster.
Okay. Okay. This feels okay. Alright, I'm going to start checking stuff. This is both. I'll make a change on the mixture. I will make a change on throttle, on carb heat. I'll turn the carb heat on. I'll prime it. I'll try to start the magnetos. Crap, that didn't work. Let's clean up the airplane. How's my speed? Okay. I'll turn this to off. I'll go full lean. This doesn't matter.
San Diego East Blue White Cessna 50 Delta over Viejas Valley, descending at a 5,800 engine out procedures down to 3,500 over Viejas Valley, San Diego East.
This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Prime locked. I'll turn off the magnetos. I'll leave the master on so I can block and talk. I'll go 7700. I'll go 121.5. Heyo.
Nice catch.
I'll say Mayday, 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 Cessna 50 Delta, 5150 Delta, engine failure in flight, landing at Viejas Valley, 2 souls on board. You already made the call, so I don't need to do that.
I'll make it, just for good measure.
Am I on the right frequency? San Diego East, White Cessna 50 Delta, Viejas Valley, 5000 descending for engine out procedures, San Diego East.
Over Viejas Valley.
I said that.
Okay, my bad.
I think I did.
I think you did too. I think
we'll check the tape. You're probably right. There's a dude right there.
San Diego Northeast 705355.
Okay. Where was I? I'm going to tell you, the passenger, to scoot your seat all the way back. Make sure your seatbelt's on. Grab my bag and put it on your lap and brace when we land. Open your door, latch it while it's open so we don't get stuck in here. I'll tell you, the examiner, I'm going to leave my flaps up until I have the field assured because I can never get my altitude back. I'm going to leave my master switch on until just before touchdown. I'm going to back things up with my checklist.
4,500.
The maintain this glide, check. Squawk 7700, check. Declare emergency, check. Mixture, full lean, check.
Hold your speed.
5 miles to the northwest of Black.
Your nose is just going like this.
Porpoising a little bit.
Right there, roughly. Yeah, see? We're not changing speed right now. Sheesh. Man. Okay, sorry, keep going. I just want you to look outside because look, the nose is skyrocketing and you're not fixing it. It's a product of it being bumpy. It's not your fault.
Right.
But the way you control it is by looking outside.
Okay. So, try to get my turn back, so I'm circling back over the field again. You see somebody?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Fuel selector, fuel's off, seatbelts, harnesses are on, flaps as needed, check, master mags off, check, unlatched doors, check, protect body, check, emergency checklist complete. Overbanked. I think I can squeeze in one more little 360.
Wait.
Sounds good to me.
7,500 over.
Don't let the nose rise too much.
Try to hold it in one position. So maybe a little bit lower and hold it there. Nice tight grip on it.
Okay, so I will kind of above the point I want to be a beam.
Traffic, White Skyhawk, 3,500 feet over Lake Jennings, heading to Alpine, climbing to 5,000 feet now. San Diego Coast, Blue White Archer, 442 Child, it's just to the north of
You're about to lose a bunch of speed.
Over the coast, northbound, 3,500, San Diego Coast.
San Diego coastal traffic, White Cherokee 3,500
Hit that Yui.
1 mile offshore,
Yep.
Toy Pine Golf Course, heading Montgomery, San Diego coastal traffic.
San Diego Northeast, White Skyhawk, 210 Zulu, 4,000 feet over Vista, northeast bound, climbing.
Where are you going to put her down?
That field with a little like patch of rocks. Taking like the far side, on the other side of the little pond.
I don't know, you see, they have like this field split with like some trees.
Yeah,
on the far side.
On the far side of that.
It looks like very smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, cool. Sweet. I like it.
So I think I'm pretty close to 1,000.
Yeah, you are, dude. You're 1,200 feet AGL right now above ground level, so this thing says, so 4,000 feet is what is a good point right here. All right, go and recover, and take me to Ramona.
Okay. Ooh. Fix my trim.
Full throttle will help. There you go.
Archer, 2,600 feet over Gillespie, heading.
Okay, how are we on airspace and stuff? We're okay. Alright, so I'm going to do my...
San Diego East Blue White 750 Delta V, Haas Valley, 4,500 northwestbound, San Diego East.
I did my activate to Ramona. Start making a turn. Too steep. The desired track 302. We wanted to go 4,500 to stay under the Bravo. I will descend to that.
Because of the terrain, you could probably climb a little bit and then descend to that. Or maybe go up.
Okay.
Just clear Via Haas Mountain. Because Via Haas Mountain's at like 4,200 feet.
Alright, so maybe 4,700 or so.
Go ahead, if you're going to climb, go full throttle. There you go.
You think 4,800 or what do you think?
Let's just go up to 5,000 until we get a little further, then we'll start a descent to clear the Bravo.
San Diego Coastal, Black Cherokee, 3,000.
Alright, so ATIS.
Wind variable at 4, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 19, dew point -8.
About to stall.
Altimeter 3022.
With ailerons.
Visual approach and use.
Follow your nose.
Running on my 9er.
Niner.
For carrying bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Use caution, work in progress, all surfaces.
Hold the nose in one position, it came up a bunch. Now that's really low.
Oh, trying to level out.
Got it.
1853, Zulu observation. Wind variable at 4, visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 19, dew point -8. Altimeter 3022. Visual approach and use, landing and departing runway 9. Use caution for carrying bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Use caution, work in progress, all surfaces. Advise initial contact, you have Oscar.
Oscar.
Ramona Tower Formation,
I
Oscar.
haven't been able to write down anything.
1853, Zulu observation. Wind variable at 4, visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 19, dew point -8. Altimeter 3022. Visual approach and use, landing and departing runway 9. Use caution for carrying bird activity in the vicinity of the airport.
Cool, we got Oscar.
Use caution, work in progress, all surfaces.
Going to be doing
Okay. We're still 7 miles away until we want to call. 7 miles until we want to make a call.
Do me a favor and then hold and pinch, so get it so you can view yourself and Ramona. And then can you pinch the distance between the two of you?
El Cap, 5,500 feet.
Okay, cool. Oh, you got to stay in one space for it. Get the ruler going. And then can you get it to like be the center?
City Northeast, Cessna 6745, pop-up, Blackington, 6500, heading southbound towards Valley Center, holding at Robin intersection.
Okay, that's pretty close. How far away are we? 13.6. And then how many minutes is that going to take us?
7 minutes.
And how many gallons are we going to burn?
1 gallon.
Cool. That's the diversion on the check ride. Nice, pretty much.
God, floor flight's awesome.
That's the easiest way to do it. Back in the day, you needed a plotter, and you use VORs, triangulate your position and everything, and then you move a line over and you find about what heading.
That's tough.
And then you use an E6B to calculate the time, distance, and fuel.
500 offshore Delmar racetrack.
All while trying to
Hold your heading plus or minus 15 degrees, hold your altitude plus or minus 200. Avoid airspace.
I'm descending to 4,500, yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, we held above the terrain for a little while, and then we descended. San Diego East Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, north end, El Cap Reservoir 4,500, westbound to Ramona, San Diego East.
East driver White Cessna
4,600, descending to 4,500.
Block.
How do you do that?
Yeah, the squelch is pretty good in this airplane. Or squelch slash sensitivity, just...
Black Cherokee for 3,500 Ocean Charlie Lagoon, heading to Palomar, San Diego Coastal.
Heading northeast, Glen White 70390 Alpha 6,700, climbing 7,500 over Vista, San Diego northeast.
Go ahead and give Ramona a call, 10 miles out.
Within 10 miles, I'd at least start monitoring, and then wait for a good opening and give them a call.
Temperature 19.
Whoops. 119875.
San Diego Northeast, Blue White Cessna 47 Lima over Valley Center at 3,000, doing turns around a point.
We're 8 miles to the southeast. I like it, at 4,500.
Ramona Tower, Fire Rescue 2, Iron Mountain 1,200, like to transition towards Mount Woodson and then westbound.
We have Oscar.
Fire Rescue 2, Ramona Tower, approved as requested, Ramona altimeter is 3022.
3022, Fire Rescue 2.
Ramona Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, 8 miles southeast, 4,500, inbound, touch and goes, Oscar.
Awesome.
Cessna 5150 Delta, Ramona Tower, enter right downwind, runway 9er.
Right downwind, runway 9er, 50 Delta.
Twin Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, are you able to get by the Cessna up there?
Almost pointing right at it.
Yeah, okay. I was just with that 45
Twin
degree.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, they haven't called me ready yet, so text it 2 and hold short, runway 9.
I think they're going to be just fine.
6 Bravo Golf.
Okay.
And he's moving out of my way a little more.
So, runway elevation
Cessna 4 Tango Echo, runway 9er, taxi to the Alpha, this frequency.
The Alpha, this frequency for Tango Echo.
1,400.
Cessna 4762
So I'll try to get to
is 8 to the north
2,400
with Oscar inbound.
by the downwind.
Great.
I can slowly start descending, maybe. Sure. Eyeball it.
Skywagon 0, Charlie Romeo, make a square turn
Now,
to final.
eventually,
I'm going to try to
you want to get to a point where you can calculate that stuff. So, like, we have, let's call it 6 miles to go to be a mile away from the runway. So in 6 miles, we're at 90 knots, traveling a mile and a half a minute. So that's going to take us, what, 4 minutes? And so in 4 minutes, we need to lose, we're 4,400, let's call it 2,400, 2,000 feet. 2,000 divided by 4 is 500, right? And so we need to lose 500 feet per minute, and we'll be right at TPA. Okay, let's do that. And keep veering to the right. I like round it up and down just to get some even values, but it made the math really easy. Yeah, right, get really close.
Basically me and the guy ahead of me.
Skywagon 0, Charlie Romeo. If you just continue north and make that square turn final, it looks like the spacing will be
well, I mean, you're at 100 knots, you can just reduce the throttle and, I don't know, 2,000 RPM even. I was trying to capture this 5.
Romo in the tower, Cessna 227 Whiskey Charlie, sequenced for 09 for our northwest departure.
Cessna 227 Whiskey Charlie, Roger, hold short, runway 9er.
Holding short, 229er, 227 Whiskey Charlie.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, northwest departure approved, runway 9er, clear for takeoff without delay.
6 Bravo Golf, without delay.
Cessna 6 Charlie Papa, if able, turn crosswind.
Turn crosswind now. 6 Charlie Papa.
Cessna 50 Delta, traffic to follow is head into your right, turning left, correction, right crosswind.
Looking for traffic, 50 Delta.
So slow down. Turning right, crosswind.
Above tower, fire rest 2, clear the Delta.
See that guy leaving. I saw a dude.
Roger, for exchange proof, yep.
I think I saw the guy. He's got to be in the right crosswind still, because that's what it says here. Oh, this guy. Okay. Yep. Great. So we're following him. I assume this guy's not in the pattern, the guy that just took off. Could be departing, but keep an eye on him. If he's staying in the pattern, he's following us, because we're following that guy. Yeah. So when you reduced the power, you didn't slow down, all you did was descend faster. So you want to slow down a little bit.
Turning right crosswind, 19er Golf.
That person's turning into us. Maybe we do want to keep the speed up.
Turning right, and I'll have you on a wide right, left downwind.
617, right.
Clock, 2 miles, 800 feet below.
There's 2 guys. Yeah.
Cessna 1 Golf, you're following us. Cessna 12 o'clock and 1 mile entering the right downwind.
That's us. 2,500, almost there.
Skywagon 0, Charlie Romeo, thank you for your help.
Turn, level off.
0 Charlie Romeo is coming right in here to check call.
Turn.
Skywagon 0, Charlie Romeo, taxi to check call via Alpha District C.
0 Charlie Romeo via Alpha, thank you.
Cessna 6 Charlie Papa, 1 departure prior to your arrival, runway 9er, cleared, stop and go.
Cleared, stop and go, runway 9.
We want to leave that level off a little earlier next time. Because we're still doing 100 knots, we want to do 80, 85. Yep. So solve 2 problems here. Pull on the nose. Pull on the nose. That'll slow you down and regain your... You pulled on the nose and reduced the power, and so then that didn't solve both of your problems, really. Yeah. I would start trimming. You're probably pulling a lot, right? Roll that trim wheel down.
Cessna 7 Whiskey Charlie, northwest departure approved, runway 9er, clear.
Add some power. 1940 will keep us pretty slow in the downwind. We want like 2100, 2200 in the downwind.
Cessna 672.
Help us go 80, 85.
Just make 1 right 360.
Right 360, 672.
Who's making a right 360?
Cessna 1 enter golf for the sequence.
That was the person behind us?
Left
No.
360.
Downwind to beam. Carpet. Throttle. Low 110, flaps 10.
Cessna 1 enter golf affirmative, left 360.
19er Golf.
We're kind of angling a Q into our runway.
50 Delta, continue down when you're following an Archer 4 mile final. Report traffic to site.
We'll continue downwind, we'll look for traffic, 50 Delta.
Just kind of angling into the runway, and so if we outbound just a little bit, add some more power because we have to extend downwind. We're looking for someone on a 4 mile final. We have to point a little more that way.
9er clear, touch and go, 1 Charlie Alpha.
You're going to have no base legs, so I'm just going to help you out here. We have to point a little more this way.
Bravo Golf for exchange groups, yep.
All go, good day.
Welcome to trim it out. Not seeing that on a 4 mile
Cessna 1 Charlie Alpha, what was your direction on the go?
That him
Left downwind departure.
2 miles that way now.
Cessna 1 Charlie Alpha, on the go, left down departure approved.
I'll go left downwind departure approved, 1 Charlie Alpha.
Got him.
1 mile.
50 Delta insight.
Cessna 50 Delta, your top follows coming up ahead into your right on 2 mile final.
Inside 50 Delta.
Cessna 50 Delta, number 2, follow that Cessna, runway 9er, clear touch and go, then make right traffic.
Clear touch and go, number 2 50 Delta.
Runway 9.
Cessna 672, I'll call your left base.
You're turning red as easy as a beam your numbers, but you have a very short base. You're going to be really close to him. Okay. And so I'd usually wait a few seconds. Let's go ahead and turn now, but maybe just try to control your speed and slow down.
And say requested altitude.
If that guy's a full stop, we'll be really close to him. Okay. Level the wings, flaps 20. Level the wings as soon as you can, flaps 20.
Follows at your 9 o'clock, turning right base. Your left base approved, runway 9er, clear to land.
Left base, clear to land, runway 9er, 672.
Cessna 1 Golf, extend down your number 4 for the runway.
So high.
Extend downwind, number 4 for 19er.
672 has traffic inside.
670, roger.
Go ahead and do flaps 30.
Cessna 7 Whiskey Charlie, contact SoCal departure 134.3, good day.
Pretty crazy. We have someone for final. We're on final. There's someone turning left base to final, and then there's someone extending the downwind to turn right base to final after them. A lot going on. Okay, I'm right at the center line. Speed's good, 65. That fellow's following us a little
Cessna
close.
6 Charlie Papa, extend upwind for 1.5 miles, and then right crosswind approved.
Stand upwind for 1.5 miles. Crosswind approved, 6 Charlie Papa.
Cessna 1 enter golf, number 4, you're following the Cessna coming up at your 3 o'clock, runway 9er, clear touch and go.
We have traffic in sight, 19er Golf.
Wonder do you smell that oil or gas smell?
500.
I wonder if that has to do with like that leak on the cowling. It smells like fuel, not oil. Okay. I'm still high, too white. I think there's just a small leak in the right wing, and Pedro knows about it. I think we talked to him about it after a flight one day. Yeah. And that's exactly the situation is when we're at a low throttle setting. So it's 65. Didn't even notice it till you said something. 1 red, I'll have a little power maybe.
19er Golf.
This feels pretty good. Doing great. I bet we'll catch a wind gust or two just as we get really close. So just be prepared. It's like the wind's calm according to the SOC. A little slow.
Cessna 4 Tango Echo, are you going to stay in the pattern?
Remain in pattern for Tango Echo.
Cessna 4 Tango Echo, roger. Hold short, runway 9er, I've got 2 more to arrive, and then I'll get you out.
We got some abrupt, add some power.
For Tango Echo, thanks.
Okay, and then just keep it flat. Reduce the power. Cool, power to idle. Keep the back tension.
Cessna 1 Charlie Alpha, squawk VFR.
55. Leave the ground. So we had a lot of abrupt movements there. It was, we were pretty late on reducing the power to idle. Did she say make left traffic? I'm pretty sure it's right traffic. So hang on. We have a second. So really abrupt on pulling the power to idle.
You'll call my right base, 6 Charlie Papa.
And it was really late. Okay. And then you pulled really hard for the transition, so it was a very abrupt transition, which caused you to transition really high. I gotcha. Okay. And then it was a little bit of pumping, and so really, we never ever want to pump.
50 Delta confirming right traffic.
Cessna 50 Delta, affirmative right traffic.
Thank you.
I just got confused because that guy was far to the north, I guess. Okay, what am I? Go ahead and turn. Let's wait a second because there's a bird. Yeah.
672, taxi via Alpha 1, hold short, runway 9er.
Alpha 1, hold
Alright, go ahead and turn right base now. Yep. Crosswind. Right, crosswind. 2,400 is my TPA. Really level the wings as you look outside. Your nose and where it is on the horizon is super important. Yeah, that's great. That'll keep you at your VY pretty much. Then go ahead and turn. Almost at my TPA. So try to make sure you hold a nice parallel track here, because last time we were really drifting into the runway. Okay.
Traffic, 1 o'clock.
Cessna 1 Charlie Alpha for exchange group, good day.
Good day.
Cessna 6 Charlie Papa, turn right base, runway 9er, cleared stop and go.
Cleared, stop and go, runway 9er. Turn right base. 6 Charlie Papa.
Cessna 4 Tango Echo, make right traffic, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
What's a stop and go? Short field procedure where you land on the runway and then take off again. Land and full stop on the center line and then take off again. Okay.
Skylight 9er 55 X-ray, Ramona Tower. Continue northbound, enter on midfield right down runway 9er.
Head north and midfield, right downwind, runway.
Might have to extend your downwind. Yeah. Actually, we're probably just following that guy.
You the one doing the stop and go? I don't know.
Ramona Tower, Skyhawk 64.
Being the numbers, car P. Reduce throttle, not all the way, because...
Request to line.
Let's go ahead and go flaps.
Skyhawk 64256, Ramona Tower, fly southbound for a 4 mile straight in runway 9er.
Fly southbound 4 miles straight in, Skyhawk 256.
Give that guy a little more space. He's
back west,
under my wing. He's past my wing.
4,300.
Good turn base, but we haven't received a clearance yet, right?
Cessna 50 Delta, turn right base, runway 9er, clear touch and go.
Turning right base, clear touch and go, runway 9er, 50 Delta.
I cannot say my fucking tail number without like a little
50 Delta.
It doesn't matter if it's 2 Delta or it's basically
So you can start turning left for the right downwind. There's traffic 12 o'clock and 2 miles southbound toward Verona.
Manage your throttle first.
20.
Look at that runway.
High as hail. Reduce that throttle. There you go.
Go ahead and lower your nose for 70 knots. That'll help you descend a little bit. Yep. And you're just kind of mosey and just keep it perpendicular until it's time. And about now,
Archer 107, expect
a little bit of right foot and right turns.
Lake Holford at 4,000.
Overshooting it. I know, that was my fault.
With information, Oscar.
Archer 107,
the wind is this way.
Ramona Tower, fly southbound, set up for a 6 mile straight in runway 9.
I just want to work on your rectangular course.
346 Charlie Papa.
Power to idle. Idle.
Just a 6 Charlie
let's slow down to 60 knots.
500.
So let's just not rip the nose up. We'll just slowly let it drop to 60 knots, and then watch what happens. The drag with 40 degrees of flaps and then 60 knots really kicks in, and we just sink. Airspeed control. 60. Okay, we don't want to let that nose fall.
Right crossing
we want to hold it like right here.
55 X-ray, thanks for helping. I'll call you right base.
Almost looked like we weren't going to make it at all, right? Now we can return that nose down a little bit to gain our speed back. You don't need to add any power. You got plenty of potential energy. We don't need kinetic. Smooth power to idle. Get closer to the runway. You got to commit. Power to idle. And then transition to flat. Look way down the runway. Don't let it touch.
Ahead, turning right crosswind.
All right, add power.
Following the traffic ahead, turning.
Wait, just be patient. Don't change the power at all.
76 Quebec,
cool,
traffic
power to idle now.
in a mile and a half westbound. I believe it's a Cessna.
I like how you didn't bring the nose too high. Don't be romantic about the center line, man. Just be whatever you are. Just fly and land and take off straight. Okay. Doesn't matter. Crosswind corrections this way. Changed since the last time we were doing landings. Variable.
76 Quebec, roger.
Too steep. Why do we not want the wheels to spin after we're airborne?
It's uncomfortable.
Oh, it just makes a vibration? Yeah.
Just annoying is all.
Gotcha. Not a big deal.
Land runway 9, skyway 55
Yeah, we were
Cessna 672,
like a mile high.
Alpha 1 to Bravo.
Yeah, 60 knots, 40 degrees of flaps. Really helps the sink.
Skyhawk 256, proceed direct toward the numbers. Your number 2,
Use
following
caution with
1 mile final.
that technique, just because you are pretty slow. And so just want to be hawk eyes on your airspeed and make sure it doesn't get really slow. Okay.
You, I mean, we haven't covered this yet, but like, I know another tool I know of is like a side slip or a forward slip, I think.
Go, please, for Tango.
Yeah, if you need to like lose altitude quickly on an approach, yep, and see, read this thing right here. Avoid subject flaps extended. So if you already have flaps extended, you don't really want to do a slip because it'll change the way the air is flowing over the elevator and can cause an elevator stall, meaning you lose pitch effectiveness. If you lose pitch effectiveness, essentially the nose will just fall, and then the speed regains, and it's not that bad. Not that bad, but it is uncomfortable, and you lose a little bit of control over the airplane momentarily, and so you don't want to do it close to the ground. Nose is really low. I'm at TVA. You're right, I'm wrong.
Archer 107.
Get that turn now, because we got a turn. Okay.
Archer 76 Quebec, thanks, continue.
The thing with these high wings, like, knowing where the runway is when you're, turning 2370 RPM is going to give you like 100 knots. 2200 is what I think will keep us right at 2200. Have that 30 RPM and we'll need it. You're at 96 knots, the airplane's going to slow down a bunch. If you feel trimmed, you're going to have to retrim when the airplane slows down.
Skywagon 55 X-ray, taxi to Pacific, the Alpha, this frequency today.
Alright, cool.
Pacific, the Alpha.
Probably do one more touch and go, then a full stop. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, how much time does each one take? I was hoping to be like on the ground 11:30-ish. Okay. We can do, like, we can make this one our last one, if that's the direction you're thinking. Oh no, I mean, I think we have...
One left 360.
One left 360, 50 Delta.
Turns around a point, see that red barn off your left wing? Red barn. That thing? Yeah. Turns around a point, that thing, your ground speed.
Right base, runway 9er, clear, touch and go.
Okay, 96 knots. Hold your 1500 RPM, don't climb. 1500 RPM.
Ramona Tower, Cessna 904, Delta.
Call out your ground speed. Sorry, 1500 altitude.
Full stop with information Oscar.
Ground speed, where does it, where do I... Oh, okay. It's really behind your wing. You want to increase your speed or increase your bank a little bit. That was like 5 degrees of bank. We just needed a couple there. It's catching up to underneath the middle of your wing. Take out some bank.
RV666 Romeo X-ray.
Try to keep it under the middle part of your wing. But then glance at your ground speed. Don't fixate on any one thing for too long.
Romeo 9, 6 Romeo X-ray.
Cessna 6 Charlie Papa, continue down and you're going to follow an Archer that's on a 4-mile final. Report the Archer in sight.
Continue downwind, I'm going to report the traffic in sight, 6 Charlie Papa.
Archer 76 Quebec, your number 3, follow Cessna turning a 1.5 final, runway 9er, clear to clear touch and go, then make right traffic.
So I'm just going to rejoin the downwind? Correct. You're doing great here. We're drawing a really nice circle.
Archer 76 Quebec, you were stuck on, confirm,
approximately the same distance that we started from.
Runway 9er, clear touch and go, make right traffic.
From clear touch and go, number
just
3.
Be increasing your ground speed slightly as you're increasing your bank slightly as your ground speed increases.
Cessna 6 Charlie Papa, thank you. Right base approved, your discretion, runway 9er, cleared, stop and go.
Right base cleared, stop and go, runway 9er, 6 Charlie Papa.
A little bit further away, I think.
RV6
ground speed's increasing, contributing to that.
Hold short of runway 9, 6 Romeo X-ray.
Now just focus on becoming.
Track 256, turn left
runway?
stable, taxi to check all of the Alpha, this frequency.
There we go. Not bad, just got really far away there at the very end. Yeah, we'll make this next one a full stop.
And 50 Delta, next one's a full stop.
Cessna 50 Delta, you're number 4, following a stop and go Cessna, turning a 3-mile final from the right base, runway 9er, clear to land.
Number 4, clear to land, runway 9er, 50 Delta.
Okay. Number 4. So let's count them out. Short final. That's 1. 2. We'll wait for 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. You see 3? Oh yeah. Okay, we're 4. Downwind a beam. Carb heat. Gas. You're turning into your runway right now. Stop it. Really gotta just. We're heating up your base leg. It makes it easy to overshoot. So just go ahead and just point this way a little bit. So do I get credit for turns around a point? You do for that one? Nice. Yeah.
1 o'clock, 1 mile, 300 feet below.
So that's our 3.
4 Tango Echo, extend upwind for a 1.5 miles and then right crossing approach.
Extend a 1.5 mile for crossing approach, 4 Tango Echo.
said he was a stop and go, so we should give him some more space?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm syncing up too much.
Do you know where you want to be picked up? Is Chuck Hall or Pacific?
No idea. I don't know where to go for it.
I've only ever dropped people off at Pacific, but I heard a while ago it was like under construction and they weren't really using it. Go and turn. You don't want to get too low to houses or too close to houses.
Too much bank. Yeah, I'm just gonna call an Uber or whatever. So I don't know where to have the
Pacific will be fine.
Okay. There you go. All right, level wings.
Quebec, extend upwind, follow the Cessna about a mile ahead.
Extend upwind, follow the Cessna, Archer 1076 Quebec.
Archer 76 Quebec, when able, squawk VFR.
Squawking VFR, Archer 1076 Quebec.
Alright. Nail this landing.
This is hard to land in, man, so I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad. I think you got it, though. Just try to commit to getting closer to the runway and really try to relax those large movements. Limit yourself to small, slower movements over a longer period of time. That way you'll have to think about trying to do things earlier so it doesn't get out of hand and you have to do large corrections late. In this instance, yeah. I would have probably simultaneously brought the nose up so you weren't accelerating downward with power, because that'll make you gain speed before it'll level you off. So I would have probably done both. Looking good. Don't get below 60. I'd add a little bit more power so you can lower the nose a little bit more without losing more altitude. Good. Feet to keep straight, wings keep you on the center line.
Sorry, Papa. Extend upwind, you're following an Archer, extend about 2 miles west, turning crosswind.
Extend upwind, sorry, Papa.
A little high now, smoothly and slowly over a long period of time be reducing that power to idle. No jerky movements.
4 Tango Echo, I'll call your right base for 1 departure.
There. Just enough power to idle, commit. Look way down the runway. Whoop. Okay. A little bit too much commit, that's fine. Pops up.
Cessna 50 Delta, Fable, turn left Alpha 3, say request.
Left on Alpha 350 Delta, and just looking for the best place to drop someone off for an Uber. Is that Pacific or Chuck Hall? Pacific. Okay, Pacific 50 Delta.
Cessna 50 Delta, taxi Pacific via Alpha.
Taxi 2 Pacific via Alpha 50 Delta.
RV6 from X-ray, left crossing departure approved, on my 9er, cliff takeoff.
Cliff takeoff, runway 9, left crossing approved.
Okay, taxi light. Oh, we never turned our landing light on. Uh-oh.
Cessna 4 Tango Echo, if able, turn base, runway 9er, cleared, touch and go.
So where is this place?
Oh, it's all the way at the end of the left. Sorry, go ahead and clean your mixture.
Cessna 4 Delta Romeo, number 2, you're following a Cessna turning a 1 mile right base. Report, traffic in sight, runway 9er, clear the line.
Runway 2 for runway 9, looking for traffic currently for Delta Romeo.
Archer 76 Quebec, extend downwind, I'll call your right base.
What's you guys doing?
Flying right base, Archer 10.
Air tac for the firefighters.
Oh, cool.
Sure. We'll extend the downwind, you'll call our base.
So at the very end, you I said commit, and you really turned that into like a push. And so a little dangerous because we don't want to risk hitting the propeller. Right. And so I just wanted you to keep your same sight picture until you got closer, and then transition when you're closer to the ground. You transition.
Not this one.
It's the little further. You transition and then push. So just if you transition, don't push. Just wait until the airplane gets closer to the ground, and then if you run out of speed, you can use power for altitude, like we've been doing on balloons. Okay.
Cessna 4 Delta Romeo, roger. Once you're on the left down, continue on. I'll call your left base.
Should I do this one or then just take?
You can go and do the second lift. This first one's fine, and we'll just pull
Archer
right next to the self-serve
right
fuel.
Base, runway 9er, clear, touch and go.
Yeah.
Clear, touch and go, turn right base, Archer 1076 Quebec.
Cessna 4 Delta Romeo, I'll call your right base, correction, your left base.
You'll call my left base, 4 Delta Romeo.
Right here? Yeah. little bit further, a little bit further.
Helicopter
Right there's good.
Papa Bravo. We are 7 miles to the
Cool.
right.
And then, should we shut her down or avionics off? Well, if you can get out, you think, but